Hello and welcome to my second speed paint / drawing video where I will be drawing my D&D character, Harley. So I'm going to be completely honest, I have never played D&D at all, ever. But my best friend really wants me to play, and they finally convinced me to create a character. So that's exactly what I did. I decided to go with, it's either Tiefling or Tiefling, I'm not entirely sure of the pronunciation, but they are a race of half-demons, to my knowledge. I thought it was a fun concept, fun design, so let's see how I did. So, to diverge from my last video, this will hopefully be higher quality, at least in artwork. It's not my favorite thing that I've done, but you're probably gonna hear me say that every time I do a drawing video. But I sketched out on paper, as you can see, lined paper, nothing but the best. I sketched out based off of a model photo that I found on paper, took a picture of it, and put it onto my drawing program. The information for what I use to draw both my pen tablet and the program will be in the description below. So right now I'm getting the sketch in from the paper into my drawing program, and up in the corner there you can see a photo that I'm kind of using for inspiration, but as you'll see later, I abandon that placement of the horns, the whole eyebrow horn idea, because I don't know, they kind of looked like they worked there, but I wasn't a fan of them. So right now, just trying so hard to make those eyebrow horns work, because that's a lot of what I have seen online of these. Yeah, question mark right there. Yeah, definitely not. Kind of works, but I just wasn't liking it. The angle didn't make sense to me. Looking back, it kind of does make sense, but I don't know, I just wasn't a fan of it. You are going to see a lot of use out of the undo button in this video. Okay, getting back to the paper sketch. Getting a rough guide there. And now I am going to try different horn style, and this ends up being what I kept at the end of the piece. And then now I'm thinking about the hair. So a fun thing about this D&D race is that their skin tone can be any normal human skin tone, or it can be blue or red, I believe. I decided to go for a pinkish, reddish color. Honestly, coloring is not my thing. I'm red-green colorblind, so I get shades and stuff mixed up. So now I'm getting in. Am I getting the inking in? No, I'm still doing the sketching. Wait, no, I'm getting the inking in, I think. Yes, I'm getting the inking in. And I really like the ink brush. Oh, never mind, I lied. That was just more sketching. Now I'm getting the inking in. And again, there's going to be so much use of the undo button. Okay, then there's my color palette that I'm using. So I'm just blocking in some colors, seeing how I like things. Well, I guess not really blocking in, because I'm kind of blending a bit and shading, but just getting a general feel for what I want to happen with the colors. Okay, and now I'm inking over. I really like the inking brush that I use on here. And for this, I'm really going for a more angular style. A few slightly curved lines here and there, but mostly straight and geometric. Yeah, it took me a bit longer than it should have to get all of this inking done. So many undos. Took me way too long to get that eye right. And even now I don't think it's 100% where it should be. So you know what, some things about my character Harley. I decided to go with a character that's like the embodiment of that grinning cat meme with a knife. I don't know if I'll be putting a picture of that in, but if you know what that is, you know, I just want that pure feeling of like that. Like a very chaotic energy to the character. Right now I'm just getting in the final colors. And if I remember correctly, there is going to be a whole lot of undoing here because I was coloring on the wrong layer. Yep, a whole lot of undoing. Yep. Yeah, I ended up, that took way longer than this sped up video makes it seem. So, back to my character. Very chaotic. Very, like, just makes you question what they're doing sometimes, but they make it work. And I got very lucky rolling random traits when I was creating my character sheet. It just works out so perfectly. Added a fun backstory. Basically, Harley was brought to see a parade in the city with their father, and then dumped in a box, and the father never returned. Harley was then adopted by two humans, Bob and Karen, and brought up normally, as normal can be. They had no idea about all the, you know, demon stuff. They just thought Harley looked neat. I don't know, I think it just adds to the chaotic energy, having a chaotic backstory. So, trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with the skin tone color. And yeah, I think I'm just about done with this, just erasing a few things. And then I should be all good and done. Oh wait, yes, still have to do the horns. But after that, this little portrait of Harley is done. I was going to do a full body, like, up in the corner there, but can barely do a portrait. I can do cartoony stuff like my last video, but nothing like that up in the corner. There are the horns. Definitely a softer color palette than I had in my definitely a softer color palette than I had in my head, but it works. Oh, and then a cool thing about this race is that their eyes are solid, either black, white, silver, or gold. I went for silver, and since, you know, already colored with watercolor textures, I'm not going to try to do a realistic silver, so I just went with a couple of grays. You're gonna see more undoing here, because I accidentally drew on the wrong layer again. Yep, wrong layer, undo. Oops. Oh. Layers are so hard to keep track of sometimes. Okay, erasing excess color. And I believe I should be done right about... Wait for it. Wait for it. Right about... Still waiting. Right about... now. Well, done with the artwork, still need to sign it. And again, undoing. Undo is very important. There we go. There is Harley. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to see more of me, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at DakotaBVoices. If you have any suggestions for future videos, leave them in the comments below. If you liked this video, hit the like button, or if you disliked it, dislike the video. I'm not going to stop you. If you like the videos I've put out so far, you could possibly, maybe, just a suggestion, hit that subscribe button, and maybe, just maybe, hit the bell icon, even though that usually doesn't work, but it's an option. And then I'm going to end this with a question for all of you. If you could be any D&D race,